can no longer afford, and routine, well, I haven't had that in a long time either. Now I just need the caffeine. I need to stay awake.
On in 2?
I look up at the man standing before me, clipboard resting against his hip. I nod, down the rest of the coffee, and savor the bitter pinch in my jaw. It tastes like shit, but I don't care. It's doing its job. I dig my hand into my purse and pull out a bottle of eye drops, redness relief, and squirt 3 beads of liquid into each eye with expert precision. I guess this is my routine now. Then I stand up, run my hands over the front of my pants, and slap my palms against my thighs, signaling that I'm ready.
If you'll follow me.
I hold out my arm, gesturing for the man to lead the way. And then I follow. I follow him out the door and through a dim hallway, the fluorescent lights buzzing in my ear like an electric chair humming to life. I follow him through another door, the gentle roar of applause erupting as soon as it opens and we step inside. I walk past him to the edge of the stage and stand behind a black curtain, the audience just barely obscured from view. This is a big one, the biggest I've done. I look down at my hands, where I used to hold note cards with talking points scribbled in pencil, little bulleted instructions reminding me what to say, what not to say, how to order the story like I'm following a recipe, meticulous and careful, sprinkling the details in just right. But I don't need those anymore. I've done this too many times. Besides, there's nothing new to say.
And now we are ready to bring out the person I know you're all here to see.
I watch the man speaking on stage, 10 feet away, his voice booming over the loudspeakers. It's everywhere, it seems. In front of me, behind me, inside me somehow. Somewhere deep in my chest. The audience cheers again, and I clear my throat, remind myself why I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen of True Crime Con, it is my honor to present to you our keynote speaker, Isabel Drake.
I step into the light, walking with purpose toward the host as he signals me on stage. The crowd continues to yell, some of them standing, clapping, the beady little eyes of their iPhones pointed in my direction, taking me in, unblinking. I turn toward the audience, squinting at their silhouettes. My eyes adjust a bit, and I wave, smiling weakly before coming to a halt in the center. The host hands me a microphone, and I grab it, nodding. "Thank you," I say, my voice sounding like an echo. "Thank you all for coming out this weekend. What an incredible bunch of speakers." The crowd erupts again, and I take the free seconds to scan the sea of faces the way I always do. It's women, mostly. It's always women. Older women in groups of 5 or 10, relishing this annual tradition, the ability to break away from their lives and their responsibilities and drown themselves in fantasy. Younger women, 20-somethings, looking skittish and a little embarrassed, like they've just been caught looking at porn. But there are men, too, husbands and boyfriends who were dragged along against their will, the kind with wire-rimmed glasses and peach fuzz beards and elbows that protrude awkwardly from their arms like knobby tree branches. There are the loners in the corner, the ones whose eyes linger just long enough to make you uncomfortable, and the police officers perusing the aisles, stifling yawns. And then I notice the clothing. One girl wears a graphic tee that says, "Red wine and true crime," the T in the shape of a gun. Another sports a white shirt sprayed with specks of red. It's supposed to mimic blood, I assume. Then I see a woman wearing a t-shirt that says, "Bundy, Dahmer, Gacy, Berkowitz." I remember walking past it earlier in the gift shop. It was clipped tight against a mannequin, being advertised in the same way they advertised overpriced band t-shirts in the merchandise tents at concerts. Memorabilia for rabid fans. I feel the familiar swell of bile in my throat, warm and sharp, and force myself to look away. As I'm sure you all know, my name is Isabel Drake, and my son, Mason, was kidnapped 1 year ago, I say. His case is still unsolved.